I don't give a love before. What them bitches got to say? I'm a woman with a nigga till they put me in the play. I don't know what they say. Hey. I'm a fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem. I'm never mission. I got 100 hanging out the AR. I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the wrist. I'm really no man, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10. But I'm stamped in I be better this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, go through the baddest conditions. I don't fuck with none but the bitches. She watch some method with me. And it ain't proving cause she know my pop. She got listening. Respect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business. Scratches, she bitch in the different breed. You don't do the bad thing. I remember bad when I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We sticking up straight, can't fold us. Wherever the world won't hold us, I told you, line up in the rings, we sold you. You can take it to the bank, we focus on how many times must we remind you? One body, one rest, one break. But never take up as a place. When the law with you ain't no up next, it's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world, I respond. Then they call back, oh Lord. And if they stole from him, fuck that shit, we want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I'm the commanding general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep. They said 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better have the women, have the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in it with me. In the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian, we ain't just talking shit, but we living in it. We be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we professional with the scriptures. Play, we gon' scrap them, yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. But really forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't think they pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I send with the gun with the slide for real. I get the harder, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die for real. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wetter by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got 9s, AKs, but rap. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fuck with my nigga like bitch or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They tell it low, that's why we unaffiliated with them. I'm on the commanding general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. The tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine, that's why we unaffiliated with them. They ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all fuck with such and such? Why y'all niggas they on weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Oh.
All right, this is Rude Speech, man. We got Captain Tom in the bit. Yeah, so you know where you from.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. I break it down right quick.
Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I finish, one West when I start. Big shine, big glow. I be gone November, let my bitch know I'm back by the window, bubbling like Chris on me. I put your brains on the ceiling, fuck kicking down the door. We about to demo the building. Fake cats, all these groups. I wonder who ya shoot ya off your pulpit. Hallelujah. 4-pound gun youngin' down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots, or is it Puma? Words spreading around about me, none of it rumor. All truth, very big facts, very large caliber on very small cats. Compact pistols, ladders, and all that. About to throw the switch in the Nina for rapid fire. Got the 5.7 equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beef, yeah, Ramak with a bin shot. To the best rhymer, since Pac and Big Papa, Big Llama, Big Juice, I'm Big Chopper. Cool to take a gas, I ride like a big timer. No sweat, not inside of my conglomerate. Wreck like King Kong, no Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm through our pain that bring trauma. Stay focused on things that bring karma. Took all pressure, applied and made diamonds. Stayed true, kept shit pure, my name honored. Paid all dues and debts and kept promise. Make sure you show respect, pay homage. I'm one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I said I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in a Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now one West about put me up in a starship. About to fly the friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. Down or we up, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with styles we made famous. First with studs and spikes in any city. Designing charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had friends on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all, no Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain a $1.50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause the niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in the peacoat, scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. It's UPK, not a part, but together. Homie, I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. One West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West.
Oh, okay, if there's one AI site builder you need to meet, it's this dope tech. Now this whole flow is a conversation, so your words actually build your. I'm going for a story, and after a free flowing conversation, I get this detailed site brief.
Back row.
You'll never see a like this. Used to have that white bitch popping on the night shift. Now I'm one westward, sharper than the ice pick. On you rappers' necks, and it's feeling like some vice grips. Yeah, that's light shit. Send my bro a kite quick. Ties of war, we ain't forget about you. Keep your light lit. Rappers can't see. Most of them scared to witness. Go and close your eyes. There's one right here for the trenches. Bad bitches, natural hair or extensions. Hood niggas that'll probably grip like some dentures. Brothers on them fences. 23 and 1 out. Praying that that commissary hit before it run out. Riches on the gram, dog filter with their tongue out. Couldn't stay home because they found the dugout. Closed casket, burner in the low jacket. My cold cabinet, riding on these whole rappers. My hoes fabulous. Now I don't mean that derogatory, but I'm a player and there's no my women riding for me. I avoided Maury. I got 2 jets. If I can't make it do for them, then I'm useless. Sit down that roof, Chris, with a couple bosses. After the war, just to count our losses. There's not many. You see a smile on my face, but I'm not friendly. Gun on my waist, sipping white Henny. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Waiting on the swerve in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know light. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in this world in my whole life, It's so melodic. When I be dropping this ebonics, this ghetto phonics, it got me on the level supersonic. My bomb atomic, and you know where you can find me. Somewhere probably folding this paper origami. My name is pure as the Sani. My wave is like a tsunami. I went from 0 to 100, feeling like Ricky Bobby. I made a deal with the Reaper. Got a couple wives, they some keepers. Talk a lot of shit, but you can't walk a mile in my sneakers. Bitches go to Miami, come home and change features. Now she got a BBL, her ass fatter. Trying to show up all them niggas that laughed at her. Now when they see her, they only wanna fuck her. They just wanna touch her. They don't wanna cuff her. They just wanna come and kick it with her like a punter. Turned her to a runner, now it's all aboard the train. Fenty on her face, but it's not concealing the pain. It's a shame. That's why I'm in the hood like some rap snacks. I know niggas kill you and your mama for a scat pack. Dark tint, matte black, they do it for half that. Had you like 90s, we see in the fucking trash bag. I'm from Philly, we don't do bank accounts, just cash app. I spit a verse and I just watch the time slow. This that guy flow, this that shit that rappers die for. This that uncut Taha Wall straight from Pablo. Let's go for I be at the bar like Moscato. They no, this that block work. Make count a make it hot hurt. The ant bog in my boat. Waiting on the swerve in my whole life. I just hope this shit go right. Living in the dark, you don't know life. Gotta got my heart with my bow tie. Living in this world in my whole life, my whole life. Okay.
Shalom Israel. Nosotros somos la Escuela Israelita de Conocimiento Práctico Universal. Comenzamos de 1 Oeste, calle 125, en Harlem, Nueva York, abajo del Comandante General Yohana. Shalom Israel. We're the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General Yohana. And since 1969, we've been teaching the truth of the Bible to you so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. And it's real crucial today, right now, that we learn the truth, because it's obvious that the world is under chaos. The world is under chaos, and we are at war with everyone around us. It's obvious. And if you can't realize that, you're living underneath the rock, and you need to wake up. You need to wake up right now. Salakia, give me the book of Joel 3, verse 2. Right now, the world is at brink of World War III. You know, Russia, it's war with Ukraine, and then with NATO getting involved, and then Russia is real tired of United States allying with Ukraine. It's sending warning after warning, and actually, Russia has already declared war with the United States. We're at a proxy war with Russia. But most people think that nothing will ever happen with Russia, with that horrible deal over there. Most people think, well, they don't even consider it. They don't even consider, the fall of NATO and the uprising of Brinks. They don't even consider that. They don't even know what Brinks is, right? You ask the average American what NATO is, they couldn't tell you either. NATO stands for North American Trade Organization, right? And it's really how the governments of the world operate, right? With trade and economics. It's really how the world is ran. People really don't understand it. Now, Brinks is starting to come up, and it's starting to rise up, and Venezuela is actually, joining Brinks, and that's what is driving. Go ahead. Joel 3, verse 2. And that's what's actually driving Trump to want to invade Venezuela. It's not the war on drugs, because actually the CIA is behind the war on drugs. There's an old saying, order out of chaos, right? They cause chaos in the Black and Hispanic communities to create order. That's why they say there's war on drugs. We must get this under order. We must find a solution to this. But they caused that problem. That's why the name of this class is Unite. Unite under chaos. Because all this chaos is going around us, caused by our oppressor. They're the cause of everything. Just like the class with Captain Yatzak the other day. Everything that's wrong with society, everything that's wrong with the Black and brown community, we can blame Esau. We can blame the white man. We can blame the devil for it. Because they're the cause of everything. They're the cause of everything wrong with this world. Okay. But we're going to get into the scriptures to let you know what's going on right underneath your nose. You know what I mean? Like the average Black and Hispanic, they don't pay attention to the news. They're just worried about surviving, right? We're just trying to survive underneath this wicked rulership of our oppressor. We're struggling just to pay rent. We're struggling just to find nourishment for our families. We're struggling to survive. We're not even living. You know what I mean? We're not living. The average American is 2 inches from losing their home, 2 inches from living underneath the bridge, living underneath that overpass that they pass through to work every morning. You know what I mean? We're this close to losing our job, and many of us do not have jobs right now. You know what I mean? This economy is crumbling, but then they want to say what is the most used phrase that we hear today? Make America great, right? They want to make America great again. But when was America great for you, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man? America was great before Christopher Columbus. You know what I mean? since their inception, they have caused nothing but chaos and destruction, and they are our demise. But let's get into the scripture to wake you up and realize what's going on around you. We're gonna get into a prophecy that the prophet Joel spoke about that's happening right now. That's what's happening right under your nose, and you're not even aware. But us and Isupk are here to wake you up to the truth of the world, what's going on around you. Go ahead.
Joel chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days.
No, in verse 2. Start at verse 2.
Slakia. Joel chapter 3, verse 2. I will also gather all nations.
Gather all nations, right? And that's what's happening right now. All nations are being gathered, and there's a fever of war in the earth, right? Russia's at war with Ukraine. Israel's at war with Palestine, and they just bombed. What was that country that they bombed the other day? Well, there were allies in Slovakia. The name just escapes me right now. If you could, if anybody remembers the name, please put it in the chat. But they're allies with NATO, right? You know how I was just speaking about NATO at the beginning of the class. They're allies, both this country that Israel just bombed and Israel. They're allies underneath NATO. Well, they bombed this country. I mean, Israel is actually planning to overtake that whole what is it called? The Fertile Crescent, the whole Middle East. Israel wants to take over all of that, right? Supposedly they want to fulfill prophecy, right? But the bastard that dwells in Ashdod will never fulfill the prophecy because they have no rights to the land. They're an imposter. They're a infiltrator. They're the oppressor. They're the devil the Bible speaks of. But go ahead.
And will bring them down onto the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Jehoshaphat, the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? That's Israel. That's that strip that they're fighting for right there. All nations are being gathered right there. That's why America has put ships in the Red Sea. Even Iran is trying to get in there. You know what I mean? All nations are being gathered right there. We're looking at the brink of World War III happen right in front of us. And most Americans are oblivious to it. They don't care. They don't care about it. But the reason why I don't really blame them, because a lot is happening on around us. You know what I mean? They're trying to concentrate on just their four walls around them, trying to keep their family afloat. You know what I mean? There's so much chaos around us. But we as blacks and Hispanics have to recognize what's going on around us. We have to as leader, as men of our family, we have to know what's going on around us, right? And we have to prepare. But the most important thing that we can do, you know what I mean? We are at war. But we can't fight against our oppressor with guns and bombs and stuff like that. We don't have all that. But what we can do is unite our families once more. Unite the brotherhood once more. Strengthen that. That's what we can do. Go ahead.
And will plead with them, therefore, my people and for my heritage, Israel.
Right. And the Lord will plead for us. Once we come back together again, as brothers, as carnales, the Lord will plead for us, for my people Israel, for his heritage. We are the Lord's heritage. The Lord gave us orders, right? The Lord gave us orders to love one another as we love ourselves. And we're not doing that anymore. We don't. We hate our brothers. Just because we see a brother wearing a different color down the block, we mean mug him, right? And we wish harm on that brother. We're not following the orders that the Most High gave us. You know what I mean? We're not following our heritage. We have just discontinued from our heritage. It's time to come back to that heritage. It's time to love one another again. Black man, love that Hispanic man. Hispanic man, love that black man. We have to come back as brothers again. Go ahead.
whom they have scattered among the nations.
Right. Since we turned away from our heritage, since we have turned away from the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High, we're suffering the curses said to us, by our forefather Moses under Deuteronomy 28. We're suffering all them curses, and we have been scattered. We have been scattered, and we don't even know where we actually come from. We don't know that the land that they're fighting for in Israel, they're fighting for our land, and we don't even consider it. We don't even know it. It's time to wake up. Wake up to your true heritage and come back to the laws of God. Come back to loving your brother. And then the Lord will plead for us. Go ahead.
And parted my land.
And parted my land. They have parted the Most High's land. They have kicked us out of there, and they have parted it. Now the Palestinians are there. The Arabs are there. The Amalek is there, claiming to be us. They have parted our land. Okay, drop that. Let's get into Psalms 49:11. All this chaos going around us, right? And the most over quoted quote by our oppressors that we hear nowadays, that Trump ran his whole campaign over it twice, right? Make America great again. Make America great again. They feel as if this wicked nation, this wicked system will never fall, that it's going to rise back up to its greatness, right? And they'll be great again, and they'll be viewed as the pinnacle of society, and they feel that they will never fall. That they are so ignorant to what's really going on around them, how the world really feels about America. Go ahead.
Like it, sir. What is it? Psalm 29. What? Sir?
The Psalms 49 verse 11. They're ignorant to reality. You know what I mean? They're so caught up in their pride, their arrogance. They're so pompous. You know what I mean? Like just the other day when not George Floyd, Salakia, when that Kirk McJerk got murked, right? He was down talking about George Floyd, and talking about how George Floyd wasn't, he was really down talking him in previous statements that he has made, and he made an actual video mocking George Floyd, kneeling on somebody's neck. And how did he get unalived? A bullet was exited through his neck. You know what I mean? It's showing how they're so pompous, right? And the Lord is actually showing them that their time is coming up. But they're so arrogant. What are most of them put online, right? If you need to stop mocking Kirk's assassination online, or else you're going to be unalived. And what they even canceled some of their kinsmen. You know what I mean? Like Jimmy Kimmel, his show was canceled because he had made a statement about it. You know what I mean? They're just so pompous and proud that they want to exalt their true feelings. That's why they wear that hat, and it's red. Red is like the most vibrant color out there, right? So it stands out, but it actually stands out. It's supposed to be a warning. Red is supposed to warn you, right? That's why you hear safety red. If you know anything about OSHA and OSHA meetings and safety, all that, red is like supposed to be the ultimate color for safety, like danger, danger. That's why you have a red stoplight, red stop sign. Well, danger is in front of you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. And his face is red, his cap is red. Know what I mean? Just because his blood is red, just like yours, does not mean he's the same type of human being as you. He is vile and disgusting and wicked. We need to wake up to who our true enemy is. But let's get into the scripture. Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 49, verse 11. Their inward thought is
Right. This is their true intentions, their true thoughts. Go ahead.
is that their houses shall continue forever.
Right. Their houses shall continue forever. No, they think they're on the brink of destruction.
And their dwelling places.
No. Go back to, and their houses shall continue forever. They think they're on the brink of destruction.
And is that their houses shall continue forever.
No, just for a short time.
And their houses shall continue forever.
Forever. That's what their inner thought was. That's what their inner thought is. That their houses shall continue forever. They think America is going to be great again. You know what I mean? A revival of their how can I say their greatness. When they would just sit on the front porch and sip their lemonade, sip their tea, and watch everybody around them that wasn't part of them, that wasn't part of their society, break their back so they can be great, right? And that's what they want. That's what their inner thought is. They're just so pompous and proud. Go ahead.
And their dwelling places to all generations, they call their lands after their own name.
Right. You know, this place was, our people, the Iscarites, we call this Anahuac. We call this land right here where we're at right here in San Antonio, we call it Texas. You know what I mean? What do they call it? Texas, which is a bastardized name of it. What Anahuac, which is the land of Mexico and parts of the United States, right? What do they call it? Mexico, which is a bastardized name of it. And they named their lands after their own name, like New Jersey, New York. You know what I mean? After their so-called great men. You know what I mean? New Hampshire, New England. They named the places that they stole from us after their names. Go ahead and drop that. Let's pick up Slovakia. I'm gonna send you an article so you can read this article, right? Slovakia. Hold on. Bear with us. We're having some technical difficulties right now. My phone is acting up. But anyway, all right, go ahead, open that article up. But before we get into it, all this chaos is going on around us, and we're as a people are ignorant to it. We don't even realize what's going on. Go ahead.
It's like, yes, sir. Is it the articles for the fires?
The fires? What fires? No, that's the wrong article. I'm supposed to send you an article about, Trump, about Venezuela.
It says Mondo fires warning at Trump as U.S. forces approach Venezuela. Is that it, sir?
Yeah, it's not fire. It's a warning. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Anyway, um, our people are ignorant to what's going on. Like, even if they know that there's a war over there in Ukraine, they don't really care. Um, even though they know that Trump is after the so-called Hispanics and he wants to kick them out. They don't really care. They don't really consider. They don't really care about their brothers. Everybody's just so selfish nowadays, right? And don't really understand what's going on around them. But since what was it, last month, Trump is actually sending, destroyer vessels to the Caribbean off the coast of Venezuela. We're at brink with war with Venezuela. They're training right now. No, they're training regular civilians to start carrying, assault rifles and on how to actually, aim and shoot and crouch down and military tactics. Man, they're training regular civilians on how to fight. Venezuela's gathering up for the fight. We're looking at a war between us and Venezuela, and most people really don't consider it, right? We're going to get into the article about it. Go ahead and start reading it.
Venezuela President Nicolas
Maduro, yeah.
Maduro warned on Thursday that his country would not be invaded as the United States ramped up its military presence in the Southern Caribbean.
Right. See, Trump sent 3 destroyers down to the Caribbean off the coast of Venezuela, and they shot down a vessel the other day. Supposedly, they said it was carrying, narcotics, but they just wanted to show their forces. That's all they're doing. They're just flexing. They're showing that that they have the capability to shoot down a vessel that's getting close, right? That's what they're showing Venezuela. What they're really trying to do is come after the oil, because Venezuela is rich in oil. That's what they're trying to do. But let's get into more of the article.
There is no way they can enter Venezuela, Maduro said, calling the U.S. deployment of multiple warships and nuclear-powered submarines.
Right. See, they're even sending nuclear-powered submarines, yo. That's crazy. Go ahead.
And 4,500 troops as shields that only strengthen his government. They move.
Right. A nuclear-powered submarine. Right. Whoa. That they got nukes headed to off the coast of Venezuela, and 4,500 troops, a siege that only strengthens his government. Okay. All right. Dang. 45,000 troops. All right. Go ahead.
They move part of President Donald Trump intensified anti-drug cartel operations has sparked the most serious U.S.-Venezuela confrontation in years.
Right. That, man, it's real serious, but people are not even considering it. Like Venezuela went through an economic crisis back in 2000 and was it 2008, 2009, around there, and they were actually, on the brink of destruction, and their economic system has replenished and not replenished. What's the word I'm looking for? It bounced back, right? It was on the verge of bouncing back and becoming real prosperous, and they're in talks with joining BRICS. Well, Trump cannot have that. U.S. cannot have that, because once that happens, that's the end of the petrodollar. That's the end of it. Go ahead.
Newsweek has contacted the U.S. State Department and Venezuela Foreign Ministry for comment. Why it matters: the standoff signals Washington growing willingness to project military force in Latin America under the banner.
The willingness to project military force in Latin America. You know what I mean? They're willing to go into Latin America and seize that oil. Go ahead.
Under the banner of contracting drug cartels while
simultaneously
putting pressure on the
Maduro
regime.
Right. You know what I mean? That's all a facade that they're coming after the drug cartels. That's a big facade. Go ahead.
For Venezuela, the department reinforces Maduro's native and foreign aggression,
right,
and allows him to rally domestic support among material, politic, and economic pressures.
Right. Slow down just a hair. Slow down just a minute. You know what I mean? For Venezuela, the deployment reinforces Maduro's narrative of foreign aggression and allows him to rally domestic support amid mounting political and economic pressures. Right? He's gathering up the troops. That's what he's doing. That's allowing him to go out and inspire the citizens of Venezuela to rise up to arms. You know what I mean? That's allowing them to gain courage to rise up against America. This is the climate of the world right now. But what are we trying to do here in the United States as Blacks and Hispanics? We're worried about the weekend. I mean, we're worried about the weekend. We're worried about going out to that bar and having that drink, right? We're worried about going out to the restaurant and eating that steak. I mean, we're not worried about that. We're not worried about the climate of the world. We're just worried about, serving our flesh. Or we're stressing about bills on the real. You know what I mean? We're stressing about bills. We're stressing about, keeping the lights on in the apartment. Because we're so under the yoke of Satan. You know what I mean? We're under the yoke of the devil of the devil the Bible speaks of, the white man. You know what I mean? The economic state of America is falling, and we feel the pressure. We're the ones who keep this country, revolving, and we're feeling the pressure. We're feeling it, and it's just so chaotic, and it's just gonna get worse. There's nothing you can do by yourself, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. You must get together with your brother. You must. That's the only way we're gonna survive this, because the whole world is just gonna be at odds against each other. We can't be at odds against each other. We can't. We must put our differences aside, put all that aside, and come together. Look out for one another, because the whole world hates us. Whole world hates us. Go ahead. Where you at?
Right after pressures. The economic pressure,
Okay, speaking of, okay, I skipped ahead, Slovakia. The escalation.
The escalation also tests
regional
diplomacy, particularly with Colombia, and challenges the UN capacity to moderate conflicts in the atmosphere.
In the hemisphere, right? Yeah, that it challenges the UN's capacity to mediate conflicts in the hemisphere. You know what I mean? This is a test on the United Nations, which is most people like I know when I was in the world, I really didn't know too much about the United Nations and NATO and all that. I didn't really care. You know what I mean? What does that got to do with me? But here in the ISUPK, we are the watchmen for our people. You have to learn about what's going on in the world. That's why you should come into class, and we teach. We're the home of the truth. We teach you what's going on in the world. We teach you you know, about they are confederate against us. And this is one of the confederacies that's against us. The United Nations, NATO, BRICS. You know what I mean? This is what's going on in the world. You need to wake up and realize it. We are at war. Go ahead.
Speaking at the military ceremony in Caracas, Mandrew portrayed the U.S. Naval presence as a hostile siege that
violates
the UN
charter. Right. The UN charter, they have regulations on war. Right. The United Nations has regulations on war. And what he's actually saying here, Maduro, he's saying that the United States, that Trump is violating the charter, these regulations. So this is basically a siege to rob them of their resources. This is what it is. It's not to stop crime. No, because like I stated earlier, United States is the master at order out of chaos. Right? They created that chaos, that chaos with the cartels and all that. The CIA created all that just to make it look like they're the saviors of it. That's why they're coming in there and they're acting like they're going to go, eradicate the presence of the cartel in Latin America. No, they're just after the resources, like they've always been. They've always they're just the devil cometh not to but steal, kill, and destroy. They're out there to steal the resources of our people, the Venezuelans, which are God's chosen people. But anyway, we can drop that. I just wanted to show, the state of what's going down in Latin America over there. You know what I mean? And because most people hear about what's going on in Ukraine, and they flood the airways with Israel, right? With the imposters over there in Israel, they flood them about the state. They flood us about their state, right? But they don't really talk about us, blacks and Hispanics. You know what I mean? And this is what's going on in Latin America. We can drop that. Let's pull up another article that I'm going to send you. So like I should have sent you this before. I was just kind of crunched on time. All right, I sent it. But the state of the world is at war, right? There's wars and rumors of wars going on around you. It's time to wake up and realize that the end of this wicked nation, of the wicked empire, this wicked kingdom of Esau's reign on earth is at an end. That it's at a brink of an end. Everything is at the beginning of the end. World War III is coming, and World War III is judgment on the earth. I mean, most people think that when you talk about Christ coming, right, the Christian church wants to talk about, the rapture. But if you look up rapture is nowhere in the Bible. But what's in the Bible is the day of the Lord, judgment, blood, and death coming to the earth. That's what's in the Bible. That's the day of the Lord, is blood. Esau's judgment. That's the day of the Lord. That's the coming of Christ. But our people still want to put trust in this wicked system, right? And they're struggling day by day just to keep their family afloat, just to keep their business afloat. You know what I mean? And they still want to trust in the economic system of America. And they're like, man, we just got to get past this slump. Just got to get past this dry spell. Everything's going to be all right. Trump is going to make everything all right. But the economy is not going to bounce back. It's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Matter of fact, the history of America in Detroit, was a booming city, right? Detroit was a booming city. And what was Detroit's main product? Go ahead.
Manufacturing cars.
Manufacturing cars was the automobile industry, right? Well, go to Detroit today. It's a shell of its former self, right? It's a shell of its former self. Most cars are made where? Blow my mind.
Overseas, China.
Right. Those are imported, right?
Right.
But guess where? Cars are actually being made at an extraordinary rate now. Mexico. And guess what? Trump is looking to invade Mexico now. I wonder why. Well, anyway, speaking about how Mexico is a major manufacturer of cars now, Mexico has actually outbid US and surpassing the United States production of cars to produce more and supplying Canada with cars more than the US. And that just goes to show you that the economy here in the US is not compatible with the world, the rest of the world's economic state, and it's not really gonna bounce back like we think it is. The power of the great American dollar is falling, and we're going to get into an article, that states this. Go ahead.
Canada now imports more vehicles from Mexico than U.S. due to Trump triumph war.
Right.
Let me keep reading on, sir.
Salakia, I'm trying to get it with you, but I pulled up the wrong article. Okay, hold on. Okay, read it from the top again.
Canada now imports more vehicles from Mexico than U.S. due to Trump triumph war.
Yeah, Trump's tariff war. Right. Trump he put, tariffs and sanctions on all kinds of nations, right? And what he thinks is it's going to increase America's economy, right? It's doing the opposite. It's actually causing more chaos and more destruction to America. And Mexico is actually, on the rise. Mexico's on the rise. Mexico has a huge lithium deposit that it's utilizing, right? So lithium is used for batteries. It's used for, energy. So they're vastly becoming a powerhouse, and it's outshining United States. But go ahead.
Auto experts from the U.S. to its northern neighbor have plunged in the week of the Trump turf war.
Tariff war.
Tariff war. Canada is now importing more vehicles from Mexico for the first time in 3 decades.
For the first time in 3 decades, man. Like that's 30 years. That's almost before I was born. You know what I mean? That Mexico is actually importing more cars. Their economy is growing. Economy is growing. And go ahead.
Canada has become one of the primary targets in Donald Trump's trade war, and that's turning into bad news for the U.S. auto industry.
Right. The U.S. auto, basically, the U.S. auto industry is on its last leg. Really, I think here in San Antonio, Toyota is they got a big plant here, right? And it employs a lot of people. But there's a reason why they moved down to Texas. It's cheaper labor out here. Cheaper labor. Like most people there, they're not making over $20 an hour. They're not. They're not making over $20 an hour at that factory. But in Detroit, you know what I mean, with all the unions and all that, they they were making pretty good wages. You know what I mean? 30, $40 an hour. They're not making anything close to that over here. No. Go ahead.
For the first time in 3 decades, Canada imported more vehicles from Mexico than the United States. In June, as growing numbers of Canadian consumers boycott U.S. made products and the country leaves its own staff center.
The country levies its own stiff counter tariffs. It's using as using the tariffs that America has put on them, is using it as leverage and countering it. You know what I mean? It's back all these tariffs that Trump has put out there. It's biting him in the ass. You know what I mean? It's not productive for the economy here in the United States. But we still want to put our trust in this nation when this nation has never shown us any kind of love, any kind of support, right? Never trying to show us anything. Salakia, sir. Salakia, Karana, I'm gonna need you to get off your phone. You can go ahead and drop that. Let's get into the scriptures. No, I mean, this country is at a brink of destruction. It's time for us to stop putting our faith in the future of America. America is going to fall. America is falling now. Wake up and realize it. Wake up to what's going on around you, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. The economy here in America is dwindling down the drain. It's dwindling down the drain. Stop putting your trust in the American dollar. American dollar is not worth anything anymore. It's living on its Salakia. It's living on um its former glory, right? And that's what they're trying to get back to. That's what it's trying to get back to, and it's time for us to realize that it's not going to, because it's prophesied that it will fall, and we're going to get into one of the prophecies here. Let's go into Revelations 12 and 12.
Revelations 12, chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore, rejoice ye,
Therefore, rejoice. Be glad. Go ahead.
ye
Heavens.
heavens, and ye that dwell in them.
Right. Therefore, rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. All the how can I say, the elite, all the elite, go ahead and live it up. Live it up. Because your time is sure to end. Your time is coming. But for now, live it up. Live it up. Go ahead.
And ye that dwell in them.
Right. And you that dwell in the heavens. You know, the heavens means rulership here on earth, right? That's what heaven is. Heaven is where the Most High dwells, but also heaven represents the rulership here on earth. And come on, concert. Salakia. But heaven represents the rulership here on earth. The heaven right now on earth, we're in hell, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. We're in hell on earth right now. We live at the bottom. We're at the dust, right? We're at the dust of it. But them right now, Esau, he's living in his heaven right now. So go ahead and rejoice, Esau. Rejoice. Live it up. Go ahead.
Woe to the inhabitants of the earth.
Woe unto the inhabitants of the earth. What is the earth? Tierra. Dust. Woe unto the inhabitants. That's us at the bottom. Woe means destruction. Go ahead.
And of the sea.
Or the sea. The sea is the vast people. Like when you're at a football game or a baseball game, and when a bunch of people get up and wave, what do they call it? A bunch of people go and do their hands. What do they call it?
The wave.
The wave, right? That's the vast inhabitants of the earth. Go ahead.
It's like you, sir.
Yeah, Revelations 12, verse 12.
And for the devil is come down unto you.
Right. He's putting the devil, the white man, is putting pressure on us. He's come down on us. He's putting. That's why you see the troops in the streets of DC. You see ICE kicking down the doors of the gymnasium at a graduation, right? You see the devil coming down on us. Go ahead.
Having great wrath.
Having great wrath. You know what I mean? Having great wrath. He's mad. He's mad. He's sending troops to the streets. You know what I mean? He's sending ICE agents. You know what I mean? And they're having outcries and rallies, right? Great wrath. Go ahead.
Because he knoweth that he hath but a short time.
Yeah, because they know their time is up. They know their time is up. But go ahead and live it up, Esau. That's why all this chaos is going on around you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, because he's scratching and clawing, because he knows that his time is almost up. They know it. They know it. It's time for you to know it too. It's time for you to wake up. Wake up to the chaos going on around you and come back to your God, Israel. Because that's the only way we're going to see salvation. You know what I mean? That's the only way we're going to see any kind of safety from all the destruction going on around us. That's with us coming together and obeying the laws, statutes, commandments of our God. Going to Lamentations 4:17. It's time for us to stop putting our faith in this this wicked kingdom, underneath this wicked, system, of this economic system, of this government system. It's time for us to stop having faith in America. America has shown nothing but destruction to our people since 1492, and even before then too, right? Since the time of the Greek captivity, the time of the Maccabees. You know what I mean? They have shown nothing but destruction to us, nothing but hate, nothing but murder and unaliving, nothing but enslavement, nothing but oppression. They have shown nothing but hate to you, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. But we want to love them. We want to have faith in their leadership, right? Let's see what the scriptures say. Let's go into Lamentations 4, verse 17.
Lamentations 4, verse 17. As for us,
As for us, Black men, Hispanic men, Native American men. Go ahead.
our eyes as yet fail for our vain help. in
Right. Our eyes have yet failed for our vain help. We want America to help us, right? With we struggle to provide for our children, right? So we get on WIC, we get on TANF, we get on food stamps and all that. We look for their help, right? Go ahead.
In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us.
Right. But in our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. I'm not saying don't use it. Use it. While it's there, use it. But I'm just saying it's not going to last forever. This nation is not going to last forever. It's time for us to stop relying on them and start being more self-sufficient. Come together with your brothers, right? Come together with that Mexican that knows how to build that stall for them goats. Come together with that Black man that knows how to raise them goats. You know what I mean? That knows about farming, that knows about agriculture. You use our knowledge together. Come together so we can be self-sustaining. You know what I mean? Like just like here in San Antonio, you know what I mean? Captain Catazaz came down and he started up the prime sprouts. It's agriculture. You know what I mean? We have plans and in the works. We have come together. You know what I mean? Now is the call to action that all Black and Hispanics come together. So we can do this in every city that we're in every community, every barrio, every hood that we're in, that we start being self-sustained. You know what I mean? So we can sustain our own families, our own brothers, our own sisters, our own children. Because this system is not for you, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. They never will, and they never have been. They have shown nothing but destruction to us, nothing but lies, nothing but hate, nothing but unaliving to you. Just look at their track record. How can you expect them to be any different now than what they ever been? I mean, you can't make straight what the Lord has made crooked. Let's go into Baruch 4 and 15. We have strayed away from the law, statutes, commandments of the Most High God, and we're living under chaos today. You know what I mean? And it's time for us to actually come back to our laws, come back to our statutes, and it's a commandment that we come together once more. Go ahead. Yeah, that's it. That's in the Apocrypha, Baruch 4 and 15. and realize what's going on around us. They hate us. You know what I mean? They hate us. They're separating our children at the border. They're cutting off. They're already cutting off, welfare and all that. They don't want to help you. They could very well make healthcare free in this nation. The only reason why it's not free is because you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, they don't want you to have free healthcare. They don't. So they would rather, for them not to help you, not to give you any type of how can I say, real a real handout, like real hit, any kind of real love, they would rather suffer too. You know what I mean? They would suffer a little bit just for you can really suffer. It's time for us to really realize what kind of monster we're living under. Go ahead.
In the Apocrypha, Baruch 4, chapter 4, verse 13,
15.
Slakia. For he hath brought a nation upon them from far.
Right. The nation from far. No, I mean, they came from way across the ocean. They came from across the earth when they came over here. Go ahead.
Shameless nation.
A shameless nation. They're shameless. You know what I mean? They're shameless. They would rather have the insurance companies, control the way they operate and distribute, medicine and help. And at an all-time rate, cancer is so high in this nation, you know what I mean, that they would rather have their own people die than to have free health care. It's shameful. Go ahead.
And of a strange language.
Right, of a strange language. We didn't understand English when they came over here. We didn't understand Spanish when they came over here. You know what I mean? And all their laws and stuff like that is written in Latin. You know what I mean? All their statutes is strange to us. We don't understand all their legal mumbo jumbo when they try to sell you insurance and all that. We don't understand all that. You know what I mean? So our people suffer under that. We suffer underneath their system. Go ahead.
Who neither
pitied child.
Who neither received an old man nor pitied child.
Neither received old man nor pitied child, right? Nor pitied child. They're still separating our families across the border, right? They're separating children from their parents. They're still taking grandma, abuela out of the Catholic Church. You know what I mean? They have separated our children through the CPS. You know what I mean? Who's mostly attacked with CPS in this nation, with Child Protective Services? It's Black and Hispanic homes. They don't pity our people. They just cause nothing but destruction on us. That's the animal you're dealing with, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. It's time to separate from them. Separate from them, because they see you as less than, and they always will. They always will. I'll drop that. I'm gonna get into another article to help you realize what state you're under. You know what I mean? To what state the world is under. The world is under a fever of unalivement. I don't want to say the wrong word here, but murder and death is all around you, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. It's time to wake up. I'm gonna send you this article right here, right? Slovakia. Yeah, bear with me real quick. Wrong person. There we go. You should get it. So, like, so much death is around you, and you're not even considering it. You don't really care. It's time for us as a nation, Black and Hispanics, to come together and have compassion on each other. Have compassion, because our children are being unalived at the border. That's what's happening. They're taking our children, and the Lord knows what they're doing with them. A lot of them are missing, and we're going to read an article saying what else is going on. Go ahead.
Georgia senators demand answers in more than a dozen deaths of immigration detentions.
Right. Georgia senators demand answers on more than a dozen deaths in immigration detentions. That's what's going on. You know what I mean? But our Black brothers want to stay out of it, right? They want to stay out of it. But what happened in Mississippi the other day? Two brothers were found hung. Death is all around us. We're both dying. They both hate us. I mean, they hate us both Black and Hispanics. They hate us. And not to mention all the deaths that are happening in the reservations. All our sisters are going missing in the reservations. Wake up. Wake up. Wake up to what's going on around you. Go ahead.
Georgia
Democratic
senators are asking Homeland Security Secretary Christy Nolan to provide more information on recent deaths in immigration detention centers, including the condition of the detainees.
Right, including the conditions. Like, they're under like harsh conditions. They just made that alligator Alcatraz, right? Alligator Alcatraz, where they supposedly have, or they do, right? They have alligators outside the center in case they want to escape. I mean, that sounds like medieval torture, right? Like a moat. Like that's torturous. But Latinos want to be for Trump, right? It's just shameful. Go ahead.
Since President Trump took office, 15 people have died in immigration detention. 10 of those deaths occurred between January and June. Senator John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock wrote in a letter shared exclusively with NPR. The senators say that is the highest rate in the first 6 months of any year publicly available.
Right. I mean, it's the highest rate. So what they're saying that the high rate in the 6 months that this year has happened, like they never seen this much deaths in the inmates at the detention centers. It's time to wake up to the climate of the earth. The earth is at war. And what happens at war? Death. Death. This country is dying. This nation is dying. Take your faith, take your trust out of America. It's going to cause nothing but death if you trust in it. Go ahead. Nah, you know what? You can drop that
Concert.
You can drop that. I just wanted to show that what's going on in these detention centers. Our people are still dying in detention centers. Our children are still being taken away from us, and thousands of them are still missing. We don't know where they're at. Know what I mean? It's imperative that we come together. Salakia, let's go into the scriptures. Ezekiel 35:5. I mean, it's come together that we come, it's imperative that we come together and we separate from our oppressor. We take our trust out of this wicked system, stop trusting our oppressor, because it's obvious that they hate you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. They hate you, and they have always hated you. They always hated you. Let's get into Ezekiel 35:5.
Ezekiel 35, verse 5. Because thou hasn't had
A perpetual,
a perpetual hatred,
right?
and
Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. Perpetual means forever, everlasting. They have had a perpetual hatred. Go ahead.
and has shed the blood of the children of Israel.
Right, and has shed the blood of the children of Israel. They've shed our blood because they have had a perpetual hatred on us. Go ahead.
By the force of the sword in the time of their calamity.
Right, in the time of their calamity, in the time of our struggle, right, in the time of our displeasing our Father, which is Yahweh, the Most High God, the true living God. In the time that we have displeased our Father, they have unalived us. They have shown perpetual hatred towards us. Go ahead.
And at the time of their iniquity had an end.
Right. But this time right now, this is the time that our iniquity is at an end. This is the time that we come back together, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. Our iniquity as at an end. Our struggle is at an end. We just have to come back together. But it's time for us to realize that they hate us. They have always hated us. Stop putting our trust in the white man. Stop putting your trust in the devil, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. Stop trusting in the devil. The devil only comes to kill, steal, and destroy. That's it. Why would you trust that? Put your trust in the Lord. Put your trust in Christ. And the Lord is with the ISUPK. The Lord is with the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. And here you learn how to follow Christ. You can't learn about Christ in the Christian church. The Christian church is ran by the white man. They teach you lies. They force you to bow down to a false image of Christ, which they painted as a white man. It's time to put all your faith in the Lord and take it out of America. Put your faith back into your people. Okay, let's go into Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. No, they have shown time and time again as how they really feel about you. And what did Kirk say about the the DEI? He said that it supplied the workforce full of unqualified workers, right? Unqualified. He had basically said that he did not trust, like if a pilot was black, he wouldn't trust that pilot, because he knew that just because he got that position is because of DEI, and he was unqualified. He said that black women were intellectual, like subservient, not subservient, but they weren't intelligent, right? They what he basically was trying to say, that he was basically trying to say the N word, right? Just in a politically correct way, and they loved him for it. They loved him for it, and they were outraged that people were down talking and making fun of his unalivement. It goes to show you that they still hate you, and they still think less of you, and they want to say what they really think of you, right? They want to call you a nigga. They want to call you a spick. They want to call you a whipback. You know, they still want to call you them names. And we're going to get into an article of how, we're actually starting to wake up to it. Really, we are, as a whole, because more and more people were actually downgrading, or not downgrading, but how can I say, uh, making light of the situation with Kurt, right? And they were outraged because of it. That's why they're outraged. But let's get into an article. I'm gonna send you this article. Hold on. All right. Go ahead.
Black America's mistrust of the U.S. news media.
Right. The Black Americans' mistrust in the news media. Let's see why they mistrust the news media. Right. Go ahead.
Some of the most endearing stereotypes about black people have their roots in image created during the
Immediately.
immediately after slavery.
Right. Some of the most enduring stereotypes. Enduring means like they're still lasting, right? Some of the most enduring stereotypes about Black people have their roots in images created during and immediately after slavery. You know what I mean? Like they still call you what's that word, pukanani and jigaboo, right? Those are terms created during slavery. They even have blackface, right? They're making a mockery of our Judite brothers. That still is prevalent to today. Even I think they had a sweater made by Prada with blackface on it, right? Or Versace or Prada. I don't remember which major designer it was, but it's still out there. It's still prevalent to this day. You watch that cartoon with Goku, right? Dragon Ball Z. They have a character basically blackface on there. You know what I mean? It's still prevalent to this day. The mockery of our people. Go ahead.
From the
Doctor Docile.
docile mommy and Uncle Tom.
Right? From the docile mammy. You know, right? Like that's the derogatory name for our Judite sisters. Docile mammy and Uncle Tom characters. You know what I mean? Uncle Tom, Mr. Step and Fetch It. You know what I mean? Like Samuel L. Jackson's character off of Django. He was a step and fetch it. He was Uncle Tom. Go ahead.
Characters that approved in
Appeared.
appeared in newspaper ads and food containers for
Right. Food containers like docile mammy. What was that like? That was on Aunt Jemima's, right? That's really degrading. That's really degrading, but that surpassed through time and times, right? endured that stereotype endured through slavery. But they still think about that to this day. They want to uphold them images on you. They want to uphold them stereotypes on you. Go ahead.
And on food containers to the threatening Mandingo in the film Birth of a Nation, and the more recent commentary about whatsoever television characters Olivia Pope was a modern day Jezebel.
Right. You know what I mean? They try to portray our women as just like, sex objects. You know what I mean? That with our women scantily dressed and just shucking and jiving for their entertainment. You know what I mean? They make whores out of our women. Let's go down. It's going down to Black Americans have also said the news media specifically characterized them as. Go ahead.
Characterized them as temporarily poor.
No. Read it from.
Black Americans have also said the news media specifically characterized them as disproportionately poor, welfare dependent, and criminal.
Right. That's what they think about you. That's what they truly think about you. You know what I mean? They're really some sly devils with them trying to do away with they did away with DEI. You know, it's time for us to really realize that we're dealing with a nasty, disgusting animal. But we want to put pride and trust in the American flag, right? We uphold that flag. You see that flag waving, and you want to uphold it, right? It's really degrading on our people. It's time to put your trust back into your true culture, your true heritage, and take it out of America. You can drop that. That's just showing how the media still views our people, right? Let's get back into the scriptures. Deuteronomy 28, verse 37.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become astonishment.
Yeah, right. Thou shalt become an astonishment, right? A wonder, right? Like astonished. It's astonishing to look at our state right now. We're so downtrodden. We're like grinded to dust. It's astonishing. It's astonishing on how downtrodden, how defeated we are. Go ahead.
A proverb.
A proverb is a wise saying. You know, like a sarcastic saying. Go ahead.
And a byword.
Right, a byword. Just like the article we just read. The docile mammy, the Uncle Tom. You know what I mean? That's how they look at you. Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. You know, our Hispanic brothers at the border, you know, they view you as a criminal, that you're just trying to pass drugs over here. But what are our brothers mostly trying to do? Go ahead.
Better their lives.
Yeah, they're just trying to come over here and work. That's all they're trying to do. They have become entranced with the American dream, trying to come over here and trying to better their lives for their families. But when they come over here, they realize that they're viewed as less than, and they're just offered just whatever they can get. You know what I mean? And they work their back and their fingers to their bone. They break their back and work their fingers to the bone for this wicked system. just to be shipped back and called an illegal when this was our land. Go ahead.
Working for the crumbs off their table.
Right, we're working for crumbs off of their table. Man, it's a shame. It's a shame, and it's really an astonishment of how far our people have fallen. But we still want to trust in this system that views us as you know, a proverb and a byword, views us as niggas and spigs and wetbacks and savages. That's how they really feel about you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. It's time to stop putting your love towards your enemy and come back with your brother. Learn to love one another. Have compassion on one another. You can drop that. Let's get into Jeremiah 50, verse 33. You know, it's time for us to stop looking at each other as different, because we have gone through the same struggle, the same torment, the same treatment under this wicked system, same vile treatment underneath this wicked system together. We, like, whenever you think of the barrio, right? What do you think of? Of a downtrodden place in town, right? Well, who lives in the barrios? Who lives in the ghettos? Both black and Hispanics. We're there together. You know what I mean? During slavery, we suffered slavery together. But we think we're different. Simply because what? Skin tone? But there's some Mexicans that are real dark too. You feel me? There's like Blake Griffin. There's some Judites that are real light too. We need to stop, having this colorism on our people, because that's given to us by our oppressor. That's given to us by the white man. Let's get into it.
Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, the children of Israel and the children of Judah were oppressed together.
We're oppressed together. The children of Israel, that's you, Hispanic man. That's you, Native American man. Then the children of Judah, that's you, black man. That's you, Haitian man. That's you, Jamaican. That's both black and Hispanics were oppressed together. During Jim Crow, what did you see during Jim Crow? And what was written on them signs? You know what I mean? What was written in them signs? No Mexicans, no Negroes, no Puerto Ricans, no dogs. We were both not allowed to eat, in those establishments. We both were forced to drink from the separate water fountains. We were both blacks and Hispanics had to go to a separate school. You know what I mean? We were both sprayed by water hoses and attacked by dogs. We are oppressed together. It's time to realize that we are both hated in this nation, in this wicked kingdom. We are both hated together. So it's time for us to come together. Go ahead.
And all that took them captive held them fast.
Right. They held us fast. They grip us hard because we're the working class of this nation. They didn't send the African slaves back to Africa, did they? No. Did they give Mexico back to the indigenous people? No. Did they let Puerto Rico become their own government? No, it's a property or it's a republic of the United States. I mean, we're still in their possession. Go ahead.
Refuse to let them go.
They refuse to let them go. They refuse to let us go. We're still under captivity to this day. But you think, you Hispanic man, think you're different from your black brother. You black man think you're different from your Hispanic brother. When we both are hated in this nation, we both were slaves. How did you get your last name, black man? How'd you get that English last name? That was branded on you through your slave master at the plantation. Hispanic man, how did you get your Spanish last name? Hernandez, Cortez, Rodriguez. We're not from Spain. Spain is way across the ocean, way over there. We're not from over there. You know what I mean? How did you get that last name? Through the encomienda system. That's how you got your last name. And the encomienda system is basically a Spanish plantation. That's all it is. We are no different from one another, black man, Hispanic man. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and lock that. We are no different. So it's time to stop seeing each other as different. We suffer the same calamities. Oh, slack it. I've tongue-tied that. We suffer the same oppressions. You know what I mean? We suffer the same together underneath this wicked oppressor. We suffer the same. So it's time to see each other as the same. See each other as carnales again, as brothers, of the same flesh, of the same bone. Bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. Carnales. Brothers of the flesh. Because that's who we are. We are both blood brothers. Drop that. Let's get into Zephaniah 2:1. Now, we're at a crucial point in time right now. It's crucial. If we don't make a move, it's going to be our demise. We can't just lay around and wait for Donald Trump to make America great again, because Donald Trump and his people and this wicked nation are about to see judgment. They're about to see it. So in order for you to escape that judgment, black man, Hispanic man, it's time for you to make a move. This is a call to action. This is right here. This right now is a call to action. It's time for you to wake up. Let's get into the scripture. Zephaniah 2:1. Go ahead when you get it.
Zephaniah chapter 2, verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
Gather yourselves together. It's time to gather black man and Hispanic man. Both, right? Go ahead.
Ye gather together, O
Yea,
nation.
Gather together. So important that the Lord said it twice. When a black man says something twice, it's like clapping his hands, right? You know what I mean? It's real important. Really important. The Lord said it twice. Go ahead.
O nation not desired.
O nation not desired. That's you, black man, Hispanic man, Native American man. It's obvious. It's obvious we're not desired here. You know what I mean? They still call, they still want to call you, nigga and a spick. We just read that article that, they still call us them derogatory names, right? They still despise you to this day. They still despise you. They want to take your land and take your resources still to this day and just send you back to a dilapidated part of town, send you to to the dustiest corners of the nation, you know, they reserve that part for you. They reserve that for you, Native American man. They want to forget about you and just put you in the corner somewhere. It's time to wake up to what time it is. And the time it is what? Read that again from the top.
It's like it, so give me a second. Gather yourselves together.
That's what time it is. It's time for us to gather together. Go ahead.
Ye gather together, O nation.
Gather together. Go ahead.
O nation not desired.
Oh, nation not desired. We are not desired in this nation. This is not our rest here. We are not desired here. We won't see any type of rest. We won't see any type of relievement of our oppression here. So that's why we got to come together. Start loving one another. Go ahead.
Want me to read on, sir?
Yeah, verse 2.
Before the
Decree.
bring forth.
Before the decree bring forth. Before the order comes, right? What order?
Before the day pass as chef.
Before the day pass as the chaff. Before the order of judgment comes, right? The day passes the chaff. That means, you know what chaff is, right? Chaff is like ashes. Before this place goes up in smithereens, before this place sees judgment, before this place goes up in thermonuclear fire, it's time for you, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, to gather together. Go ahead.
Before the furnace anger of the Lord.
Before the fierce anger of the Lord. Right. Go ahead.
Come upon you. Before the day of the Lord anger come upon you.
Right. Before the day of the Lord's anger. Before the day of the Lord. Before Judgment Day. What Christians like to say is the rapture, which is not in the Bible. But this is in the Bible, right? We're reading the Bible right now, right? Zephaniah is in the Holy Bible. We're reading that. And it says before the day pass as the chaff, before destruction comes, before ash, before this place goes up in ash, it's time for you, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, to come together. That's what time it is. That's what's going on in the earth. Is chaos, right? Chaos, destruction, murdering, blood. That's the atmosphere going on around you. But it's time for us to unite. Unite under all this chaos going around us. That's what time it is. It's time for us to unite. It's time for us to come together again as brothers, as a nation, the true Israel, the chosen people of God. Come back to your law, statutes, commandments, Black man, Hispanic man, Native American man, and follow Christ. And you can only do that here in the ISUPK under Commanding Junior Hana. And with that, I pass the class over to Officer Capillar.
All right, this is the Isupk security announcements. We are the Isupk started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother and sister come to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister needs, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 months period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You find this in the book of Numbers, chapter 18, verse 21, and the book of Malachi, chapter 3, verse 8 through 10. Ma'ashar means tenth in Hebrew. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests. Not mandatory, and whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. The Day of Atonement. 10th day. The 10th day of the 7th month, starting Tuesday, 30th, September 2025. And you can find this and read it in the book of Leviticus, chapter 23, verse 24 through 25. And if anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirts, pants, headband, scarf. And this will conclude the Isupk security analysis. And with that, everybody Majum, which means stay. We're going to give one crazy salute to the brothers. Manavisha Amajum Shabbat. Amajum, Barak, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai Brakatah. Yadimata. We're going to turn and face the sisters to give the sisters one crazy salute. Manavisha Amajum Shabbat. Amajum, Barak, Yahweh Shema Allah Ba Shem Yahweh Shai. Yadimata. Class dismissed.